With the Nintendo 64 turning 20 this year, do you see the price of N64 games and consoles spiking?
Yeah, I mean, sort of. But the price of N64 games and consoles have been on the rise for a few years. Probably, I'd say about 2 years was really when we started to see the real increase in price on these games, where, we had to start, adjusting prices every 6 months or so just to stay ahead of people who would want to buy stuff and flip it. But I don't think it's because it's turning 20. I don't think everyone's going to be like, oh, it's magically the N64's 20th birthday. Let's all go out and do it. The reason is a bit more underlying, and it's because the people, it's 20 years old right now. The people that I see buying it the most are probably in their early 20s to mid 20s. This is at the point where these people have disposable income, jobs, live on their own, and they are now...
They're where we were 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I always felt like I started early at like fucking 16 or 17, but a lot of people who get the itch to play their old games again do so in their 20s. And I think that's why we're going to continue to see prices on some of these titles rise. Unlike things like Nintendo, which I still think it's going to be a slow crawl, where I think we might see the rolling back of some prices. I know that we just redid all of our Nintendo pricing, and there was a good number of games that went down in price.
Oh.
I don't think we're there yet with N64. I think the common games are going to stick, but I think the popular games are going to, unfortunately, continue to rise. And I say unfortunately because I've mentioned this before. If you're a reputable business, if the price of a game rises at retail, that means I have to pay more to get it, and it's also slightly harder to move because it's more expensive. I would like to see the N64 prices kind of stabilize at where they are now. I'm not particularly keen on seeing these things get any more expensive.
What's Smash, like $50, $60?
50 to 60?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Must be like a $15 game.
Dude, when I first started there, we were selling it for $20 a pop. So... yeah, I mean, yes, I do see I see things rising and spiking throughout this year, not just because it's turning 20, but because it coincides with the age of people who want to relive that.
Does it mean we're almost to the point where we're going to see like a knockoff N64 consoles?
We're not going to for a while. People like to pretend. It's not that so much the patent.
There's no demand, you think?
No, there's demand. People like to pretend like N64 emulation is fine and dandy. It's not. The N64 is a very much a not entirely understood system. I mean, they are making progress. Things are more than playable. There are EverDrives, but we're also on like the third or fourth version of the N64 EverDrive because they're still figuring this shit out. The N64 is well known to be one of the more complex systems out there, and I think we're a long way off from some sort of system on a chip clone.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.